The story opens with the leader of the opposition party, Karagalan, who's currently serving as a council member. He attends a meeting meant to address the chaos spreading across the Tamil region. But instead of solving anything, his presence sparks a heated argument when another member accuses him of being the real cause of all the problems since taking office. Feeling humiliated in front of everyone, Karagalan orders his men to deal with the man who dared to challenge him. That same night, the unfortunate provocateur is buried alive as a warning to others. From that night, vengeance began to rise. This is Phoenix. From here, the story shifts to a young man named Surya, who lives with his mother and his older brother Karna. Despite their modest life, the family remains cheerful and close. Karna is especially content because of his kind-hearted girlfriend, who accepts their situation without complaint. Both Surya and Karna are MMA fighters training under the same academy. They see fighting as their only chance to improve their family's life, hoping to earn a steady income through the sport. One evening, as Surya is watching TV, the power suddenly goes out. It turns out that Karagalan's men have cut off electricity in the area for one of their events. Angry and frustrated, Surya storms out to confront them. Later that night, his anger grows when Karagalan's convoy blocks the road near their home. One of Karagalan's men provokes Surya, almost pushing him into a fight. But before things escalate, Karna pulls his brother away to avoid trouble. As they walk off, they overhear that Karagalan is organizing a major MMA tournament, promising a permanent job at his port for whoever wins. Meanwhile, Karna's relationship with his girlfriend Kalai has been a secret from everyone, including his own family. So when Kalai's brother Desing discovers their relationship, he's furious and starts a commotion. Desing quickly informs his family, but instead of reacting with anger, their father admits he actually likes Karna's humble personality. Still, he's unsure about him because Karna doesn't have a stable job. Determined to prove himself, Karna promises to win the MMA competition and secure a position at Karagalan's port. The day of the tournament arrives. Fighters from all over Tamil gather to compete, and even members of parliament attend the event, including Karagalan himself. The matches are intense, with fighters giving everything they've got. Eventually, only 4 remain: Surya, Karna, Desing, and Karagalan's own son, Jagan. In the semifinals, Karna faces off against Desing, eager to prove that he won't go down easily. Even though Surya holds a grudge against Jagan for being arrogant and cruel, he decides to withdraw from the tournament to give his brother a chance to win the job he's always dreamed of. In the final round, Karna faces off against Jagan in a brutal fight that pushes both men to their limits. The first round goes badly for Karna, as he takes heavy blows one after another. But in the second round, he regains his footing and nearly defeats Jagan before the bell ends the match. Just when it seems over, Jagan attacks Karna from behind, showing no sportsmanship at all. Unwilling to see his own son lose in front of everyone, Karagalan orders his men to approach Karna and offer him a large sum of money to throw the fight. But Karna refuses. His dream is not just about victory, but about earning an honest job at the port so he can finally marry Kalai. When the third and final round begins, Karna leaves no opening for his opponent. Fueled by determination and pride, he overwhelms Jagan and wins the match. The crowd erupts in applause, but Karagalan's face shows nothing but anger. His son lies in the ring, bleeding heavily and in critical condition. Enraged, Karagalan's wife, Maya, orders her men to hunt down Karna and kill him for what happened to Jagan. Meanwhile, Karna meets Kalai on a quiet bridge to talk about their future together. But their moment of peace is shattered when Karagalan's men suddenly attack. To protect Kalai, Karna pushes her off the bridge, giving her a chance to escape. Tragically, he doesn't survive the assault. Kalai rushes home, shaken and heartbroken, and tells Surya everything that happened. Without wasting a second, Surya runs to the bridge, hoping to find his brother alive. But Karna is nowhere to be found. Desperate, the family goes to the police to report his disappearance. Instead of helping, the officer dismisses their plea, claiming that Karna brought this upon himself. It turns out the police are in Karagalan's pocket, paid off to bury the case. Realizing that waiting won't bring answers, Surya and his coach begin searching the city for any trace of Karna. At the same time, their mother goes to the hospital to beg Karagalan for forgiveness over the incident that left Jagan in critical condition. But instead of sympathy, Maya slaps her across the face in cold contempt. When Surya returns home, he's crushed. He hasn't found a single clue about his brother's whereabouts, and now he learns that his mother has been humiliated by the same people who destroyed their lives. The next day, while Kalai's father is at work, he discovers a horrifying sight. Karna's body is found hanging, his condition heartbreaking and brutal. The news spreads quickly, and grief fills every corner of their lives. His mother is shattered, Surya is devastated, and Kalai is so broken that she does something unimaginable out of despair. Surya can barely process it. He never thought things would spiral this far. Kasi, a former council member known for his integrity, openly blames the police for their failure to handle the case, despite Surya's repeated pleas for help. Soon after, Karagalan and his men show up at Karna's funeral, acting as if nothing is wrong. They stand there without guilt, even appearing satisfied with Karna's death. Their arrogance pushes Surya past his limit, and when the corrupt officer claims that Desingh was the one who killed Karna, Surya finally loses control. Overwhelmed by rage and pain, he kills Karagalan on the spot, unable to bear his hypocrisy any longer. The act lands Surya in prison. Karagalan's wife, Maya, and their son, Deva, are furious. They swear to take revenge, and the story of the murder quickly spreads across national television. In court, Surya admits to his crime, but because he is still underage, the judge sends him to a juvenile facility instead of an adult prison. When he arrives, the warden orders the guards to treat his wounds before locking him up. Inside the cell, the other inmates threaten him, saying they will take him down if he causes trouble. None of them realize who he really is. Meanwhile, the police commissioner assigns Inspector Ravi to investigate the real reason behind Karagalan's death. Ravi begins questioning both sides. Karagalan's allies insist that Surya acted without cause, while others describe him as a good kid driven by tragedy. When Ravi visits Maya, he immediately senses the arrogance of Karagalan's family. Instead of cooperating, Maya twists the conversation and tries to intimidate him with her power. At the same time, Karagalan's right-hand man, Murugan, decides to take matters into his own hands. He uses his connections to bribe a corrupt insider at the prison and sends word to a gang led by Guna, known as the most feared inmate there. One night, as Surya returns to his cell, he notices something strange. The others quietly step out, and before he can react, Guna and his men surround him. The insider locks the cell from outside, trapping him inside with the gang. They think it will be an easy kill, but they are wrong. In a violent burst of fury, Surya fights back, unleashing a level of strength no one expected. Within moments, every member of Guna's gang lies defeated. The entire prison is left in shock. Even the corrupt insider stands frozen, realizing too late that Surya is far from ordinary. Everyone begins to wonder who this young man truly is. Meanwhile, Marimutu visits Maya at her home, urging her to continue Karagalan's political legacy and take his place as a council member. At first, Maya refuses, but Marimutu insists. He fears that if she does not act, their political dynasty will fall into someone else's hands. Realizing she must protect her family's power, Maya orders Murugan to eliminate Surya before the upcoming election. Following her command, Murugan contacts a feared gangster named Bablu, a man known for his cruelty and absolute ruthlessness. Inside the prison, Surya's reputation has grown since the brutal fight with Guna's gang. Every inmate respects him now, treating him like a leader. But despite the admiration, Surya remains calm and humble, never letting power change who he is. Soon after, Bablu meets with Murugan at a small restaurant to discuss their plan. Bablu brags about his men, calling them the most savage killers he has. To infiltrate the juvenile prison where Surya is being held, Bablu's men need to commit a crime that lands them inside. Their first target is Kasi, the former council member who once opposed Karagalan's corrupt rule. After assassinating Kasi, Bablu's men are arrested and sent straight into the same prison as Surya. Once inside, the corrupt insider guides them to their assigned cells. Tension rises quickly when one of Surya's cellmates provokes a member of Bablu's crew, nearly sparking a fight. Meanwhile, the insider slips away to retrieve hidden weapons, preparing for what comes next. Not long after, Bablu's men move to attack. They corner Surya in the prison's bath area, 10 against 1, but Surya doesn't flinch. With incredible speed and fury, he fights back, taking them down one by one until no one is left standing. He is stabbed in the process but still manages to survive. Severely wounded, he is rushed to the hospital for treatment. News of the prison attack spreads quickly, reaching the police commissioner and the media. The commissioner orders Inspector Ravi to resolve the situation before it turns into a public scandal. Ravi immediately heads to the hospital to check on Surya and the surviving inmates. Meanwhile, Murugan learns from the insider that the assassination attempt has failed again. Furious, he watches the news report confirming it. In the hospital, a kind-hearted guard named Patel feels sympathy for Surya, knowing he has become a target for powerful enemies. Patel overhears the insider planning another ambush, this time when Surya is being escorted to court. Murugan rushes back to Maya and confesses that he failed once again. Maya is furious and warns him that if he cannot kill Surya soon, she will deal with him herself. That evening, Surya is transported to court under heavy police security. During the hearing, Inspector Ravi listens in disbelief as the warden claims that the recent violence happened because the inmates were depressed. Even the judge grows angry at the absurd excuse. To protect Surya, the judge orders him transferred to another juvenile facility with tighter security and instructs Ravi to personally oversee his safety. But as Surya exits the courthouse, a group of men suddenly rushes at him. In the chaos, Murugan and his gang launch their final attempt to kill him. They strike fast, but Surya fights back with everything he has. When the dust settles, every one of Murugan's men is down, and once again, Surya stands as the last one still breathing. After the chaos, Inspector Ravi finally understands the truth. Surya has never been the villain everyone painted him to be. He is simply the target of powerful people like Maya and her corrupt allies. Back at the juvenile prison, the warden is furious with the insider who helped orchestrate the attacks. The entire facility's reputation has been ruined. But before long, both he and Inspector Ravi are shocked when Surya voluntarily returns to the prison. Surya explains that he came back not out of fear, but out of purpose. He wants to restore justice that has long been destroyed by Karagalan's greed. His own brother was killed because he refused to obey that corrupt politician's orders. Even after hearing this, Inspector Ravi begs Surya to leave while he still can, not wanting to see the young man suffer any longer. But Surya refuses. He chooses to stay and face whatever comes next. Meanwhile, Murugan reports his repeated failures to Maya and Marimutu. Furious, Maya scolds him for being useless, while Deva, Karagalan's son, grows tired of excuses. In a fit of rage, Deva kills Murugan and his men himself. Determined to end this once and for all, Marimutu contacts the police commissioner, warning him to prepare every officer available. He plans to send his own army of men to storm the prison and kill Surya. The commissioner quickly alerts the warden, ordering him to tighten security and prepare for what's coming. When the warden returns, he urges Surya to escape before it's too late. But Surya stands firm. He will not run. Instead, he decides to stay and fight. Night falls and the air grows heavy with tension. Inside the prison, Surya and the inmates loyal to him prepare for the inevitable battle. They gather whatever weapons they can find, ready to defend themselves. Moments later, Deva and his men arrive in full force. The prison erupts into chaos. A brutal war breaks out between the prisoners and the attackers. Fists, sticks, and fire clash in a frenzy of violence. But despite being outnumbered, Surya's side fights with strategy and unity. One by one, Deva's men fall. Soon, only Deva remains standing. Surya steps forward, driven by the memories of his brother Karna and the woman he lost, Kalai. The two men clash fiercely, every strike fueled by rage and grief. In the end, Surya triumphs. He defeats Deva and finally avenges the deaths of Karna and Kalai. Justice at last is restored. After the battle, the police investigate the attack and uncover the truth behind the conspiracy. Maya and Marimutu are arrested for abusing their power and orchestrating the violence. So the moral of the story is, if a corrupt politician cuts your power, maybe just light a candle instead of starting a full-scale MMA war.